You're watching MVBN, the Medina Valley Broadcast Network.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Gerald Kemp Field. We have Part 2, District 6A, District 36A baseball coming to you. Again, Part 2, we had 2 lightning delays last night, so they decided to postpone the game till today, 3 p.m. So we got a couple minutes before we get started here. Coaches are at home plate, meeting with the umpires, reviewing, I guess, whatever they need to review for a part 2 of a game of coming back on a postponement. From what I understand, everybody stays the same. That's how you start the game. There may be a pitching change. We'll see as they come up. I didn't get any changes as far as the rosters go, but to set things up, Medina Valley was down 1-0, and it was the bottom of the first. However, Medina Valley had bases loaded and Reese Hatcher at the plate. So as they take the field, we'll update you on positions and where everyone's at, and we get things going here. I'm not sure if they're going to do national anthem or starting lineups. It doesn't look like. No, we're heading straight to the field with the players. Yeah, so Medina Valley's taking the field as far as base-wise. So it looks like Rips was going to be at third base. Lange's at second base. Pargas is at first base. Reese Hatcher will be at the plate batting. And Laredo United Longhorns will be taking the field. Again, not much has changed. Uniforms are still the same. Medina Valley wearing all white with the black trim. Laredo United wearing light gray uniforms with orange trim. Lots of orange on the field. Difference today is we've got a wind coming in now from center field versus last night. Wind was blowing out, which Laredo United got their lone score on a home run over the left field fence, a no-doubter with the wind helping it. So now the wind's blowing in from straight center field to home plate. So we got a pitching change for Laredo United they just announced. So let's see who our pitcher is.
Yeah, looks like they might have made a change.
By the door.
Laredo United, number 1, Ramon de Alba.
Ramon del Alba will be pitching for the Longhorns. So Matthew Mancha will only have a half an inning under his belt, or not even. He had 3 batters, not even a third of an inning because there's no outs. So de Alba will take the mound for the United Longhorns, and we'll see as we go to the top of the second if Coach Herb makes a pitching change. So again, we are in the bottom of the first. Medina Valley down 1-0. However, bases are loaded. And we're about ready to get things going here after a couple of warm-up pitches by de Alba. Again, we got slightly overcast skies. Beautiful temperature. I think we're in the low 70s right now. However, we do have probably a 15-mile-an-hour wind blowing in. I don't think there's much of a chance of rain today. As we were sitting last night, we had a nice thunderstorm blow up behind us. Of course, we didn't catch any of the rain, unfortunately. All it did was hurt us as far as game time and pushing us to today. So 3 p.m. game. About half the crowd as we had yesterday, so I hope a lot of you guys are tuning in to see this game finished out. Medina Valley softball team is also playing behind us. They had the same situation. They're playing against Laredo United Longhorns also, and I think they made it into the first inning also where they had to experience the same delay, and they have a 3 p.m. start also. So that's going to be over on MVBN 2 if you want to tune in to the girls or get a couple computers going and have them both going on at the same time. Again, I'm Dwayne Garza. I have Mr. Johnny Guzman helping me out here with the color commentary. That's about all he does.
Well, like we said yesterday before we went off the air, Dwayne, if you could draw it up, this is the best way to draw it right here. So let's see if Reese Hatcher can start us off.
So Reese Hatcher, left-handed batter, stepping in. Rips had reached second base on a double. Lange was hit by a pitch, and Pargas was walked. So Hatcher will step in. The elbow will toe the mound. He's going to pitch from the windup, and the first pitch is going to be outside for ball 2. Did he have? I don't think he had a count on him. The scoreboard's showing 1-0, so we'll go with the 1.
Yeah.
Oh, they threw over to first base and almost picked off.
Oh boy, we got to wake up now.
Almost picked off Pargas, who was way off the base.
Very, very close.
The 1-0 pitch to Hatcher. Bases loaded. Nobody out. The elbow from the windup. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Even the count at 1-1. A nasty little curveball that.
Yeah. Got to stay down on that one.
Hatcher offered at. Came up with nothing. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out. Hatcher digs back in. The elbow from the windup. Swung on. Ground ball, foul down the first base line.
Just got to hit it somewhere hard in the outfield. Get us a couple of runs with no outs. That'd be a perfect spot to be in right now.
With 1 ball and 2 strikes, just going to shorten your swing up here. Just put something in play.
Yep.
You get a ball to the outfield, you can tag up a runner. The all-ball gets his signs from his catcher. From the windup, the 1-2 pitch is on the way. High and outside, the even count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Again, bases loaded. We are in the bottom of the first inning.
Let's go right now.
Yeah. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on. Ground ball towards first base. Foul ball. Just outside the line there. First baseman made a great effort to knock that ball down. Would have been an out there at first if it hadn't gone foul.
Yeah, that ball gets through. It might clear the bag. So let's see if we can get a hold of this next one. Do the same thing, just a little more meat on it.
We'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Reese Hatcher at the plate. The cleanup batter for the Panthers. Been hitting the ball well so far all year long. Pitch from D'Alba. Swung on. Fly ball to the left field, and that's going to tail foul.
That's perfect. That was a beautiful swing to take it oppo.
He went with the outside pitch. It just had too much slice on it, and it sliced foul and out of play. So we'll keep it at 2-2 here with nobody out.
Good at bat so far.
Two pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Went after a high fastball and struck out.
Yeah.
So that's out number 1. So that'll bring to the plate Jake Phillips, a designated hitter. Phillips was batting for Eddie Medrano, who's playing left field. So Phillips will step in the right-hander's batter's box, facing D'Alba. Bases loaded. First pitch on the way. Curveball swung on.
Hit.
That's going to be a base hit over shortstop. 1 run will score. They're waving on the runner from third. The throw is coming in. It's going to be close. Cut off and back to the plate.
Yes.
Safe. Slid underneath them.
He got under that. What a beautiful. Wow, he ran those bases perfect. Way to run the bags, Lange.
So Jake Phillips with a base hit, 2 RBI base hit.
You know, Lange never even slowed down. I don't even know if he looked at the third base coach. He was committed to that all the way through, and that's the way you run the bases. Beautiful job by Lange. And a beautiful hit, of course.
Nino Guzman.
Beautiful hit.
So that'll bring the score to 2-1. Panthers now take the lead, and that'll bring to the plate the catcher, Johnny Guzman. Guzman, right-handed batter. The runners at first and second, still with 1 out, I'm sorry. From the stretch now, D'Alba, and that's going to be low and outside for ball 1.
So far, Just got to do a good job of staying disciplined in the box and make sure we're swinging at good pitches.
So the 1-0 pitch to Guzman with 1 out. The Alba checks his runner at second, throws a curveball to Guzman. He watches it go by for ball 2. So Guzman will step back in with a hitter's count. 2 balls, no strikes with 1 out. Runners at first and second. Just needs to be selective here. Wait for something he can drive here. Good opportunity with a hitter's count here. It's got to come to him with a fastball more than likely. Dauble with the pitch, fastball thrown on the inside. Does not get the call.
Wow, that was a pretty good
3.
pitch.
So that'll bring the count to 3 balls, 0 strikes. It was inside. Pull the catcher in a little bit, so more than likely Guzman will watch a pitch here.
Presumably, yeah.
See the catcher for United has the earpiece in, getting his signal, his pitches from the dugout. That'll be a 4-ball walk to Guzman. So Guzman takes first base, and that'll load the bases back up again. So Guzman at first, Phillips at second, and Pargas at third.
Off the bat, number 3.
And that'll bring to the plate
Michael-
the first
Michael
baseman,
Newton.
Michael Newton.
Pinch
We'll
runner
have-
for Johnny Guzman.
We'll have pinch
Zane
runner.
Keller.
Zane Keller will step to first base for the
And
catcher.
that brings up
Guzman will go to the
Bases
dugout, put his
loaded.
gear on. So bases
Good up,
loaded.
man.
Michael Newton to the plate.
And again, same scenario, right? A nice pop to the center fielder or left or right, anywhere in the outfield brings in 1, maybe 2 for sure.
So Newton will step in with 1 out, bases loaded. Here still in the bottom of the first. Panthers have taken the lead now, 2-1. Again, this is a critical game for the Panthers to stay in the playoff hunt because they're at least 1 game out of it. First pitch to Newton is going to be a curveball that
Good discipline.
goes outside for
Yep.
ball 1. I'm not sure if you want to get an opportunity to get a chance to look to see what the other teams did last night.
Yep.
They got to finish their games. Newton steps back in with a 1-0 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 2. So that's 6 straight balls that De Alba has pitched for the Longhorns. Again, he's replacing Matthew Mancha, who pitched last night, or started the game last night. The 2-0 to Newton on the way. Fastball swung on a fly ball towards right field. Right fielder's
He's got a
going
tag.
towards the
Let's see.
line. It's
Oh,
going to be
beautiful.
foul.
Wow, that was almost a perfect hit.
It's going to be a long strike is what that is.
Yeah.
Bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. New ball comes in. Newton steps back in. Digs into the right-hander's batter's box. De Alba back on the mound, pitching from the windup with bases loaded. 2-1 pitch on the way. Curveball swung on. Ball is going to be fouled back and out of play. And that'll even the count, 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Newton digs back in. De Alba with the 2-2 pitch. High fastball taken for ball 3. That was the same pitch he threw to Hatcher that he offered on and swung through it to get the out. Good job laying off that high fastball just above the letters. So full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases loaded. De Alba checks his runners. He's going to pitch from the windup. Payoff pitch on the way. Curveball swung on, ground ball, chopper to second base. Second baseman tosses over to second.
Oh, he drops it.
The shortstop drops the ball.
Oh, now he's out.
And everybody, well, that scored a run. But Guzman Keller got caught off the base after they dropped the ball. He took his turn. He got off the base and they threw back to second and tagged him out.
And you never assume anything in baseball, right?
That's just a mistake right there.
Yeah, I mean, You stay on the bag till the umpire tells you to get off the bag, and that's the general rule. But, of course, he didn't know that the guy dropped the ball, but that's just a...
So it's 2 down now. So Panthers have runners at first and second. They did score a run. Panthers are up 3-1 now, and to the plate now. So that was a fielder's choice for Newton.
See if we can bring one more or two in here. It'd be nice here.
Is that Blair at the plate?
This is Blair up in the box. Oh, he's going to yo-yo.
They check sheet. Al Diablo checks the runner. So the pitcher of record, number 12, Ryan Blair, steps to the plate, right-handed batter. He'll be a step up with 2 outs and runners at first and third. Pitch on the way. Inside, ball 1.
You know, in that last play, Keller did a great job of breaking up the double play such that, you know, the shortstop dropped that ball, but we got an RBI out of it.
Yeah, I know they need to change the score.
Yeah, 3-1.
Diablo steps off again.
He's awfully concerned about the base runners, and that's a good thing for us.
He's trying to keep him tight to the bases to avoid the double steal attempt here. 1-0 to Blair. Pitch on the way. Curveball swung on, fly ball to center field. Center fielder coming in, shortstop going back, or second baseman going back to make the play. So Blair flies out to second baseman, and that's going to do the 3 outs. However, damage is done. Panthers put up a cricket number. We finally finished one complete inning after almost 24 hours, and our score, Medina Valley 3, Laredo United 1. We'll take a quick break, hear from our sponsors, and we'll come back for inning number 2.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925, with one simple goal: to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. GOM Real Estate, helping families like yours for 45 years. First-time buyer or looking to branch out into land or ranch ownership? GOM Real Estate offers a wide range of services tailored to meet your residential or commercial needs. Their dedicated team provides complete support with personalized, expert advice and extensive knowledge of the local market to help you secure the best deal possible, because your goals are their goals. Find out more at GOMRealestate.com.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Moving Construction sponsored Medina Valley Panther Baseball. I'd like to appreciate what they do by sponsoring Medina Valley Baseball, all Panther athletics. But we're going to go to the top of the second. Ryan Blair does take the mound again for Panthers, as he started the game last night. And the Longhorns will bring to the plate their, what is that, 4, 5, 6, and 7 batter. Juan Charles, Ramon de Alba, and Michael Guerra. So the center fielder, number 11, Juan Charles, will step to the plate after we watch this great throw down by Mr. Guzman. He had a great play last night in the top of the first inning. Made a great, caught a runner stealing at second. It was a big play, helped him get out of the inning.
Up to bat for the Longhorns, number 11, Juan Charles.
So Juan Charles steps to the plate. we'll get this second inning started. Charles, a left-handed batter. Right-handed pitch from Blair. It's going to be just outside for ball one. Blair from the windup. 1-0 pitch is on the way. It's going to be high for ball two. Again, this is the first start for Blair for this season, for what I understand. So
yeah,
it's kind of tough to split it in two like they did. A lot of pressure on him. 2-0 pitch on the way. That's right down the middle for strike one. They'll bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, he injured his glove sidearm in a couple of about 6 weeks back, so he's been out and he's been back for 2 weeks now.
2-1 pitch on the way. High and outside. Bring the count 3 balls, 1 strike. So Charles will step back in with a 3-1 count. I'd like to thank everyone who's listening from down in Laredo. Appreciate having you here. 3-1 pitch on the way. Inside, he walked him. So Charles will take first base on a walk, and that'll bring to the plate the shortstop, number 1, Ramon de Alba, who's the pitcher tonight, or today. Yesterday he was the shortstop.
Yeah. Very athletic bunch of kids from the Laredo team.
Always have good teams in Laredo.
Yeah, they do.
So de Alba will step in, right-handed batter, be a righty and righty matchup here. Runner on first. Nobody out. Blair checks the runner over at first. Going to pitch from the stretch. First pitch. Oh, they're checking now. That looked good.
Wow.
Ball one, apparently. Catcher didn't like it. Pitcher didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Well, catcher probably needs to stay down a little bit longer and give him a few minutes to make that call.
So 1-0 to de Alba. Next pitch on the way, on the inside corner for strike 1. I think there was a little bit of a makeup call right there.
Yeah.
That back de Alba
out. It looked like the umpire, there might have been the catcher was getting ready to throw somewhere possibly, so he just didn't make the call, but it's okay.
Blair checks her on her first. De Alba squares around. 1-1 pitch is on the way, and he pulls back, and it's going to be outside for ball 2. Bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. De Alba steps out, looks at his coach, giving signals now to the runner and the batter. Let's see if he actually attempts to bunt here with the 2-1 count. We're runner at first and nobody out. Blair checking the runner. Steps and throws, runner's going, swinging and missed, swinging, foul tips it. So I'll do it all over again. Looked like it was a hit and run opportunity right there.
Yeah. And again, we talked about that early in the season. Laredo, all the Laredo teams are very, very good on the bags, double steals, hit and runs.
A lot of strategy.
Yeah, a lot of really, really good baseball.
So de Alba offered at it. He's got a piece of it. The runner has to go back to first since he was running, and that'll bring the count to even now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So 2-2 count, nobody out. Runner at first. Blair checking the runner now. Not a big lead over at first this time. He steps off, makes him go all the way back to first. Umpire is warning the dugout for Laredo about comments. I don't know what's going on there, but there was just a lot of chatter, I guess, coming from the United dugout.
Yeah.
Blair checking the runner. 2-2 pitches on the way. Curveball swung. Ground ball to third base. Fielded, thrown over to second. Out number 1, thrown over to first base. Did not get there.
Hurry.
Got away from the first baseman. It goes into the dugout, so it's going to be automatically send de Alba to second base. So Charles gets thrown out at second on the force out. De Alba gets to second on the E. It was hit to third base.
Yeah.
And then the shortstop was it the
second baseman.
Okay, second. So there's error on the second baseman
Yeah.
on the throw.
It looks like Rips kind of rushed the throw there, but
Yeah, he one-hopped it over to first base and unable to come up with it.
Michael, get up.
So 1 out now. Runner at second. The left fielder, number 3, Micah Guetta, will come up to the plate. Guetta, right-handed batter. Blair will get his signs from his catcher. Check the runner over at second. Pitch on the way. Going to be low for ball 1. Good stop by the catcher. Guetta steps back in there. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Runner at second here in the top of the second inning. Blair checking his runner. Kicks and throws. Curveball swung on, fly ball to the left field. Left fielder coming in hard. Shortstop going back out. Shortstop calls it.
Nice play by Pargas.
Pargas makes a great catch over the shoulder, running backwards in the left field to get the second out. So Guetta flies out to the shortstop. The runner at second has to stay, and will bring to the plate the second baseman, number 2, Chris Salazar.
Yeah, that hit was kind of almost in no man's land. Pargas made a really good play on that over his shoulder.
He picked it up quickly, started running backwards right away. Well, he ran to the ball, didn't backpedal, which made the difference.
Yeah.
So now with 2 outs, so we got a courtesy runner for the pitcher. Number 4 goes in. Let's see if we can come up with a name for number 4. Matthew Ramos is going to be the courtesy runner. So Salazar steps in, right-handed batter. First pitch from Blair is going to be outside for ball 1. Another good opportunity there for Guzman to get some work in.
Yep.
So 1 ball, no strikes to Salazar. Blair getting his signs, checking the runner over at second. 1-0 pitch on the way. Drops in there for a strike.
Beautiful pitch. Yeah.
A little drop to it. Not sure what that pitch is.
Yeah,
almost
Guzman.
Looks almost like a split finger.
That was a nice pitch. Guzman, it looked like they had him on an elevator. He was going up and down, trying to keep up with that pitch. It was a nice pitch by Blair.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at second. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Couldn't keep up with a high fastball there. It'll bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. One-two pitch on the way, high and outside for ball 2, even the count. We have Deuces Wild here with 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs, and a parachuter just missing the field here. Out in the left field, there's a parachute. It looks like it's just out in the outfield, but it's actually towards the airport.
Yeah, let's hope it's not in the field
between
hopefully here and there.
The wind doesn't blow into the field. So Deuces Wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second. Blair with the pitch. Swung on, fly ball towards right field. Hatcher coming in hard and makes the play for out number 3. The wind messed with it.
The wind picked that up.
So Salazar flies out to right field, and that's going to do it. Longhorns leave a runner at second, and that'll keep the score. Medina Valley 3, Laredo United 1. We'll go to the bottom of the second after these messages from our sponsors.
Now at North Park Chevrolet. Buy a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab posted at $34,999. Lease for $370 a month with 0 down. Get 3.9% financing for 75 months on new 2025 Silverado Crew Cab Texas editions. And save $10,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Silverado heavy duty trucks. Plus 5.9% financing for 84 months. Together, let's drive at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Moving and Construction broadcast of Panther baseball. We are going to the bottom of the second. Panthers up 3-1. Had a good first inning, scored some runs.
Number 7, you know.
And the third baseman will step to the plate. Number 7, Sean Anderson, to start the inning. So it'll be Anderson, Rips, and Lange go to the top of the order after Anderson here in the bottom of the second. The Albo will stay on the mound for the Longhorns. And he'll pitch from the windup. First pitch on the way. And it's going to drop in there for strike 1 on Anderson. The Alba with the pitch. Outside, ball 1, so leaving the count at 1-1.
Anderson's been hitting the ball pretty well. In our trip down to Laredo last visit, he hit a nice triple to right center. So
1-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. It's a curveball that just dropped in below the letters. Bring the count to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Nobody out here in the top of the second. Or bottom of the second, I'm sorry. I need to change that too. Pitch on the way. It's a curveball. Just got a piece of it to keep him
alive. Yep.
Keep him alive here. They'll stay at 1 ball, 2 strikes. So let's go to the scoreboard here and let's go to the bottom. Pitch on the way. It's going to be high. Taking
high fastball.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Bottom of the second. Let's see. There you go. I think we got the scoreboard right. Pitch on the way. Curveball outside. Breaks into the dirt. They check to see if you offered at it. And first base coach umpire says nope. So that'll bring the count to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes with nobody out.
Pretty good looking pitch though. That was really close.
Anderson, the number 9 batter. Waiting on deck is Rips. Daba from the windup with a full count. Payoff pitch, ground ball to third base, off the chest of third baseman.
Hard. Oh, well, good play by the first baseman on that throw, or Anderson goes all the way to second.
Anderson gets on with an E5. So Panthers do what they have to do to get the leadoff batter on base, and they did. So Anderson standing on first base, and that'll bring the Panthers to the top of the order. Brody Rips will step in. Rips started it off yesterday with a stand-up double.
Double, beautiful. And that wind was blowing
the other way.
Home plate out, and
exactly.
that carried. Of course, Laredo started out with a beautiful home run over left center field.
Dabla from the stretch, throws back over to first, check the runner, does not get there in time. It was close play though. Anderson just gets under the glove.
Pitcher has a really good move to first base.
The elbow from the stretch. Anderson taking his lead. Not too big of a lead. First pitch to Rips. Scores around. Bunts it right back to the pitcher. Pitcher checks the runner second, then throws over to first to get the sacrifice out. So Rips does his job, sacrifices the runner over to second base. So now Anderson is on second. That'll bring the plate the center fielder number 5, Easton Lange, who was hit by a pitch last night.
Up to bat for
on his
Panthers,
1 time up to bat.
Number 5, Easton Lange.
Lange, left-handed batter. Lange's done a pretty good job this year.
He
as a
really
freshman.
has.
A lot of pressure on the young freshman here.
Yep.
And he's come through in certain situations for the Panthers.
Yep.
So with 1 out, he'll step to the plate. Here in the bottom of the second, Panthers holding on to a 3-1 lead. Alba from the stretch, checking the runner over to second. Pitch on the way, swung on. It's going to get to the hole between shortstop and third, and that'll move the runner over to third base. Lange will have a base hit and standing on first base.
Nice oppo there, right between that gap between third and short. What a beautiful hit out there.
So Anderson standing on third base, and that'll bring to the plate Logan Pargas, a shortstop who walked last night. Coach Herb giving instructions out. They're checking their cheat cards. So runners at first and third. Pargas at the plate. 1 out. Nice hit by Lange. Good opportunity for Pargas to get an RBI here. Only tough thing is the fly balls to the outfield are not going to carry very much with that. I'm guessing about a 15-mile-an-hour wind blowing straight in. So corners playing at the grass, the edge of the grass. D'Alba from the stretch. Steps off, checks the runner third, and back to first. Trying to keep the runners tight. Good job.
He does a good job of keeping those runners tight.
Shadow leads by both runners right now. Gets his signs from his catcher. Steps off again. Catches neither one off the base too far. Still yet to pitch to Pargas. Stepped off twice. Checks on his runners. Finally offers to Pargas. Curveball that stays just high. It was a good-looking pitch.
Really good.
He's thrown a lot of those spinners so far.
Yeah, and that was must have been right at the top of the strike zone because I think Pargas might have thought it was really close as well. It was a good-looking pitch.
It's almost like a slider because it doesn't break a whole lot.
Yeah.
Checks his runners. Throws back to first. Not in time.
You hear the dugout yelling at Lange to get down, but why get dirty if you don't have to, right?
1 ball, no strikes to Pargas. 1 out, runners at first and third. D'Alba checking his runners again. Pitch on the way. Curveball stays high, though. That spinner is not breaking down enough for him. It's kind of hard to do with the wind at your back. If the wind was in your face, you'd have a lot more break action to it. Not happening for him today. So I'll bring the count to 2 balls, no strikes with 1 out. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Foul out of play. And that'll bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. That wind's actually picking up a little bit.
Sure is.
It's got a little bit more cloudy.
Did not see any rain in the forecast, but
I hope not.
No, we'll do this again.
So the count 2-1 with 1 out to Pargas. D'Alba getting his signs from his catcher. Checking runner at first. Kicks and delivers. Swung on, ground ball, chopper towards second base. Second base, the field's on the run, throws over to first, gets the out, but nevertheless, a run will score.
Yeah, Lange got a really nice jump on that pitch, so he was safe no matter what.
So that'll score another run for the Panthers. Let's update the scoreboard. So
Pargas gets the RBI.
So the score now: Medina Valley 4, Laredo 1. The cleanup batter, Reese Hatcher, will step to the plate with 2 outs now with the sacrifice and the ground out to second base. So Hatcher steps up, left-handed batter for the Panthers. Lange at second base. Here in the bottom of the second. D'Alba from the stretch. Swung on by Hatcher and fouled. Got way out in front of that pitch. Hatcher struck out first time up to bat. He was the first batter of this part 2 game today.
Yeah. See if he can get a hold of one of those breaking balls. Oh, the umpire's having a conversation with him.
Well, what that was about.
I don't know.
The umpire walked out to the pitcher and had a couple of words with him.
You know, he did that yesterday right before we stopped the game with Blair, and I was curious as to what he said.
The only thing I can figure out is D'Alba licks his fingers a lot. And they tell him that to make sure you wipe that off.
Yep, could be.
The 0-1 pitch to Hatcher. On the way. Swung on. Right back to the pitcher. Pitcher 1 step over to first base to get the out. So Hatcher grounds out to the pitcher. The Panthers will leave 1 runner on. We do have a score change. Medina Valley now has 4. Laredo United has 1. They need to update the scoreboard. So we'll take a quick message from our sponsors and come back for the top of the third.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Moving Construction broadcast of Panther baseball. We are going to, the scoreboard just died. We're going to the top of the.
We just talked about that, didn't we?
To the top of the third. Ryan Blair is going to stay on the mound for the Panthers. And stepping to the plate is Edgar Buenavides, the catcher for Laredo United. And then we'll go to the top of the order with Munoz and Vela.
Let's back up.
So Blair stays on the mound for the Panthers. Buenavides will step to the plate.
Up to bat for the Longhorns, number 24, Edgar Benavides.
Buenavides digs in. Blair going to pitch from the windup. First pitch on the way. Fastball right down the middle for strike one. Good pitch by Blair. The umpire's pretty strict.
He sure is. He's got a dress code, looks like.
He had his oven mitt hanging out of his back pocket, it looks like, and didn't like it and made him put it back in. 0-1 pitch on the way. Scoreboard says 1-0, but it's 0-1. Now it's even up at 1-1.
1-1. Let's see.
1-1 pitch on the way. Curveball on the outside
drops
corner.
right in there.
Beautiful curveball to bring the count. Yeah. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball, 2 strikes to Buenavides. Blair from the windup. Pitch on the way.
Oh, that was close.
That stayed a little bit high to even the count at 2-2.
That's a disciplined batter right in that box. Most guys would have swung at that pitch. That was a nice looking pitch, so very disciplined at bat.
2-2 offering from Blair. Curveball stays inside and bring the count to full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Buenavides steps back in. Blair with the payoff pitch.
Right on the outside corner.
Just
does not get it.
Does not get the call. So Buenavides earned the walk on a good take. And they'll bring to the plate the first baseman, number 22, Oziel Munoz.
Not only does he have a dress code, he's got a tight, like a coffee cup strike zone.
So Munoz last night flied out to center field.
Up to bat, number 22, Jose Munoz.
Looks like we'll have a courtesy runner. So do you have a number for that, number 10? Courtesy runner is Axton Hernandez. So Blair will switch to the stretch, checks the runner over at first. Top of the order for the Longhorns, Munoz at the plate. First pitch, swung on, fly ball. lifted up to second base, and Rips is there for out number 1.
There's that little, looks like a little breaking ball that Blair just threw, and the batter just got right under it.
Got underneath it. So the designated hitter number 5, Elias Vela, will step to the plate, and he's,
Elias Vela.
you know what? I'm not sure who he's batting for, unless he's actually taking the field. So he may be on the field somewhere. That change I did not get from yesterday since they had a pitching change.
Yeah.
Nonetheless, Vela's at the plate. Munoz is at first. First pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. Telling you, the wind's at probably 20 miles an hour now.
Big lead, aggressive lead on first.
He
We'll
does
see
have
what Blair
big lead.
does. Yep.
Blair checks him back.
Nice for him.
He slides under the tag. Like you say, these Laredo teams are going to be aggressive.
Very, very aggressive. And that wins ball games in many cases.
If you do it right.
Yep.
The 1-0 pitch by Blair on the way. Swung on, ground ball. It's going to be a base hit between third and shortstop. Longhorns have runners on first and second now with 1 out.
Up to bat, number 8, Hector Cadena.
So base hit by Vela, and that'll bring to the plate the third baseman, number 8, Hector Cadena. Cadena had the big home run yesterday.
Yeah, he hit it
launched
good.
one.
Yep.
It was a no doubt. I watched the replay on it.
Yeah.
He stood in the box and watched it.
Yeah, flip the bat.
Yeah, flip the bat over to the dugout. I would too about a
Yeah,
crushed up
for
ball
sure.
like that.
Yeah, that was
a no doubter. Of course, it was a little slightly wind aided, but
yeah,
still.
beautiful hit.
Been out no matter what.
See how Blair goes it around this time.
First pitch on the way. Ooh, looked like a knuckleball or a changeup, one of the two, because it didn't have much spin at all on it.
And
I think that was a changeup.
Yeah, he's got a lot in his toolbox. It wouldn't surprise me.
So runners at first and second, 1 out. Cadena at the plate. Ground ball to third base. Third base runs over to third, tags the base, goes over to first.
Good
Not
stop.
in time. He does get the force out. Good job by Anderson to have the presence of mind and know that he was in front of the runner there and beat him to the bag and tagged it.
Up to bat, number 12,
So,
Ruben Peña.
Good stop on first. Not letting that ball get through.
Cadena reaches first on a fielder's choice. Munoz gets tagged or forced out at third.
Yeah.
So Laredo will have runners at first and second. The right fielder, number 12, Ruben Peña, will come to the plate. He reached on an error yesterday, and he was the last batter for the Longhorns last night. So with 2 outs now. First pitch is swung on and popped up straight in the air. Catcher giving chase in foul territory, but he goes out of play. So it's going to be a long strike for Peña.
Good hustle by the Panthers to get close to that ball, but fortunately it was just too far out there.
Yeah, wind helped push that out. Otherwise, it may have stayed in, giving the Panthers an opportunity to easily get out of this inning. So Peña will step back in with their 1 strike count. Blair will get his signs, going to check the runner over at second. Kicks and delivers. Way inside. Backed out Peña out of the box. And it'll even the count at 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, runners at first and second here in the top of the 3rd inning. Blair with the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on that changeup. You can see the seams on that. But it doesn't, it's not like a knuckleball. It's got like a side spin. I don't know what that pitch is, but it's pretty nasty. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, and he gets him. That's how we get out of the inning.
Ryan Blair.
So Blair with a big strikeout. Laredo United, the Longhorns leave 2 runners on. Panthers get out of the inning.
Beautiful.
Our score
pitching.
stays the same. Medina Valley 4, Laredo United 1. We'll take a quick break and come back for Panthers at bat.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Number 13.
Welcome back to the Dodson House Moving Construction North Park Chevrolet broadcast of Panther baseball. Panthers coming to the plate. They'll send Phillips, Guzman, and Newton to the plate. Jake Phillips, the designated hitter, will step in. Phillips had a base hit last time up to bat. That's how the Panthers led off this game today. D'Alba shaking off the signal. Now he's pitching inside, ball one. Didn't like the sign from his catcher. Phillips will step back in. The 1-0 pitch from the windup on the way. Fastball right down the middle, good looking pitch, taken for strike one, even the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. D'Alba working quickly. Curveball swung on, ground ball to second base. Second baseman fields it, a couple steps over to first base, throws the ball, and out number 1. So Phillips grounds out to second base, and that'll bring to the plate the catcher, Johnny Guzman, who walked last time up to bat.
Let's hear Panther fans. Number 8, Johnny Nino Guzman.
Festive song.
Why do kids wear hoodies when they're playing baseball?
It's a thing.
That's what I was afraid of. First pitch of Guzman, high and inside to protect for the high inside fastball. Must have been it was, because that one would have hurt. That was at throat level.
Yeah, that was.
So 1-0 count with 1 out. D'Alba working quickly for next pitch on the way, swing and a miss.
Nice pitch.
Even the count, 1 ball, 1 strike with 1 out. Next pitch on the way, right away. It's going to be high. That's that little curveball that doesn't break a whole lot down.
No, and this is a case where you step out and slow it down a little bit.
Absolutely. Working quickly. Next pitch on the way, swung on, foul, straight back. So 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 out. You got to take the momentum away from the pitcher.
You really do.
D'Alba from the windup, pitch on the way. Curveball, swing and the miss in the dirt.
Yep. Get behind like that, it's hard to catch up.
I thought that ball hit the dirt. I would have kept going just in case. Now out's called.
He just threw it.
Yep.
Number 3, Michael Newton.
So Guzman strikes out, and that'll bring the plate to first base with Michael Newton, who got on a fielder's choice last time up to bat.
Let's see if he keeps this momentum up.
From the windup, high fastball, ball 1. 2 outs now for Medina Valley. There you go, Newton. Call timeout, slow the pitcher down. Nope, he wants to work quick. The umpire stopped him.
He does, yeah.
Batter,
and again,
he's got to wait. But doesn't have to, but the batter wasn't ready yet, so the umpire was giving him an opportunity to get ready. So D'Alba back on the mound, already in the windup, pitch on the way. Outside, ball 2.
And we've seen this again in Laredo with the other teams. They rush and rush and rush, or on the flip side, they take 7 or 8 seconds. So
already the next pitch on the way, fouled straight back. He wants to work quick. Oh, don't let the umpire get the ball. The umpire ran and got the foul ball. That's not good.
that is not good. Our guy, well,
You're not going to get a call.
no.
Well, now the pitcher wants a new baseball. Umpire's not going to be in a good mood. It's a good way to get him grumpy. So 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs to Newton. D'Alba back on the mound. Pitch on the way. Curveball swung on, foul back again, and out of play. The 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The Longhorns are making short work of the Panthers so far this inning. Pitch on the way. Whoa, high inside.
There's that hard fastball to the temple.
Ear hole.
Yeah. Got to be careful.
Count is full now. 3-2, 2 outs. From the windup, pitch on the way. In the dirt. Did not
go. Did not go.
They're checking with the first base umpire to see if he went, and it's a no-go. So Newton earns the base on balls, and that'll bring to the plate their pitcher tonight, or this afternoon, Ryan Blair, who flied out to second base last time up to bat. He'll step to the plate with 2 outs. Newton will get his signs from Coach.
Ryan Blair.
Coach Herb giving a 2-1-2. You know what that is?
2-1-2? No.
Me neither.
I think I know.
We'll know here after this pitch.
Yeah, I'll tell you in a little while.
So 2 outs, bottom of the 3rd. D'Alba now from the stretch. First pitch on the way, swung, ground ball to third base. Fielded by the third baseman, throw it on for second. They get the force out, and out number 3. So he grounds out to third base, and that's going to do it for the 3rd inning. So after 3 complete, our score stays the same. Medina Valley 4, Laredo United 1. We'll take a break. We'll come back after these messages from our sponsors.
Big State Electric is raising the bar in the San Antonio electrical industry. Working with local and forward-thinking companies, we are changing the downtown skyline with beautiful and innovative buildings. As well as working with local universities, we are revolutionizing academic sports with cutting-edge and high-tech electrical solutions. Join us as we light up the future one project at a time. Big State Electric, competence and quality since 1966. Supporting San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the Gulf Coast region.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dotson House Moving Construction broadcast of Panther baseball.
Let's go, Panther fans. I can see
Going to the top of the 4th. Innings are moving along pretty quickly now after that first inning where we had the Panthers score some runs.
Up to bat for the Longhorns, number 11, Juan Charles.
So Juan Charles for the Longhorns to step to the plate. Their center fielder, number 11, walked the first time up to bat.
Let's see it.
Charles, a left-handed batter.
All for the boys.
Blair back on the mound again for the Panthers.
Saturdays all for the Panther boys.
Sun giving us a little peek now, teasing us with some warmth because it got it kind of cool.
Yeah, it did. And, man, that wind's blowing that dirt around, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. That's the only thing bad about sitting up here behind home plate, the dust. So Blair from the windup. First offering here to Charles is going to be a strike.
There he hit the outside corner.
Good pitch, strike 1.
Blair looks very relaxed up there on the mound. He's always relaxed, but he looks very relaxed today, which is great.
Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Just a little bit low. I think that was that changeup again that just dropped a little bit too low. Has about a 6-inch drop to it. One pitch on the way. Swung on, ground ball towards first base. Off the glove of the first baseman, and that's going to be an error. going to be an E3.
E3.
It went right into the web of Newton and bounced out.
Number 1, Ramon.
Allows Charles to get on first base, so that'll bring the pitcher up to the plate. Ramon de Alba got on an error last time up to bat. So the leadoff batter for the Longhorns will reach first base, and then with nobody out here. So de Alba, right-handed batter, will step in there.
See how aggressive they are on the bags now.
Blair's going to check his runner. Decent lead over there by Charles. He steps off, gets him back to the base.
And it looked like the runner was taking an extra step, so he may be going.
Charles is going to challenge him over there. Pitching away to Blair. From Blair, he bunts the ball, fielded by Blair. Blair fields it, throws over to first base. Barely gets him.
Barely gets him, yeah, but gets him.
So, job done on both sides. De Alba will get the sacrifice, and Blair will get the out. The runner moves over to second base and will bring to the plate Michael Guerra, the left fielder. Guerra flied out the shortstop last time up the bat. Now there's one out.
Good communication between Guzman and Blair on that bunt.
Yeah, because that could have been a disaster right there.
Sure.
Blair checking runner at second. Pitch on the way. Curveball swung on, floated out to left field. Left fielder coming in. No problem for the out. Throw him back over to second base. Almost got him in time.
Oh, my goodness. That was pretty close. Medrano made a heck of a throw to second and just about got him.
He did. It was a line shot all the way back to the bag and caught the runner off guard. Almost got him thrown out for a double play. So Guerra flies out to left field. Good play there by Medrano. And it'll bring to the plate the second baseman, Chris Salazar, who flied out to right field last time out the bat. Step in the right-hander's batter's box. So the runner stayed at second, and we have two outs. Blair from the stretch, checking his runner over at second. Pitch on the way, inside, ball one. Panthers up 4-1 here in the top of the fourth. Two outs, runner on second. 1-0 pitch on the way. Curveball grounded to third base. Third baseman takes a couple steps, throws over to first base, and that's going to do for the inning.
Beautiful job by Anderson.
So ground out to Anderson at third base for out number 3. Longhorns leave another runner on. I don't know how many runs they've left on base, but quite a few. So
I know the umpire's carrying the bats back for him. He's busy today, getting foul balls and carrying equipment around.
He's getting his steps in. So that's going to do it for 3.5 innings. Score stays the same. Medina Valley 4, Laredo United 1. We'll take a quick break, come back for the bottom half with the Panthers at the plate.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Moving Construction broadcast of Panther baseball. Going to the bottom of the fourth, Panthers come to the plate with a 4-1 lead. Panthers will send the number 9 batter Anderson, Rips, and Lange to the plate. Rips the top of the order and Lange batting second. So Anderson will step to the plate. Anderson last time up the bat reached on an error. He'll step back in there and try to get things going for the Panthers here. in the bottom of the fourth. Time is called. First pitch, Anderson, the way it swung right through it. Strike one. Anderson will step back in with an 0-1 count. The elbow back on the mound. His next pitch is going to be a curveball. Drops in there for strike two. So in the hole Anderson is right now, 0-2.
See what pitch he comes back with here. High fastball, perhaps.
He'll drop that curveball back in there. 0-2 pitch on the way.
Oh, yeah.
Outside for ball one. Good take by Anderson. All he needs to do is just shorten up his swing here and put it in play. Let them earn the out.
Yeah, hit it hard somewhere.
Pitch on the way. Swung on. Fly ball. Center field. Center field taking about 3 steps forward. Just gets it off the end of his glove. That wind really knocked that ball
down.
Yeah, knocked it down. So Anderson flies out to center field, and that'll bring the Panthers to the top of the order. Brody Rips will step to the plate, the second baseman. So far, Rips for this game has a double and a sacrifice, so 1 for 1 day at the plate so far. He'll step up with 1 out. De Alba from the windup. First pitch on the way. Swung on. A little grounder to first base. First base takes a couple steps after he feels it. Touches the bag for out number 2. So a pitch and out there for De Alba.
Looks like it was a check swing. I think he would have, if he would have followed through, he probably would have hit that ball real well. But.
So Lange will come in.
Up to bat, number 5.
Lange has been hit by a pitch and had a base hit, so he has a 1 for 1 night going also. Lefty digs in. First pitch from De Alba is on the way, and it's going to be outside, taken for ball 1. So he steps in with 2 outs and a 1-0 count. Next pitch on the way. Low, ball 2.
De Alba's at 56 pitches right now.
Lange back in there. De Alba ready in the windup. Swung on. Little grounder about at first base. And first base is going to field it. He's going to toss it to his pitcher who steps on the bag for out number 3. So quick work of the Panthers. 1, 2, 3. They go down in order. So that's going to do it for 4 complete innings. However, our score stays the same. Medina Valley maintaining the lead 4-1. We'll go to the top of 5th after these messages from our sponsors.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender. Member FDIC. GOM Real Estate, helping families like yours for 45 years. First-time buyer or looking to branch out into land or ranch ownership? GOM Real Estate offers a wide range of services tailored to meet your residential or commercial needs. Their dedicated team provides complete support with personalized, expert advice and extensive knowledge of the local market to help you secure the best deal possible, because your goals are their goals. Find out more at GOMRealestate.com.
Welcome back, everybody, where we are going to the top of the 5th. Longhorns will come up to the plate, and they'll have the number 9 batter, Edgar Benavides, Josiel Munoz, and Elias Vela to the plate here in the top of the 5th. The wind has picked up. It's pretty consistent now, with close 15 to 20 miles an hour at least.
Yeah, it has picked up.
That north wind's really blowing in, and it's got a little chill to it too. I'm sitting here in shorts. I expect it to be sunny and perfect.
Goodness. I mentioned caldo a couple of minutes ago. That'd be a perfect time for it today, right now.
It's supposed to be cool in the morning. I think it's supposed to in the
Number
40s.
Yeah, 40s.
Benavidez.
So Benavidez will step to the plate. He walked last time up to bat. He's our number 9 batter. Panthers are going to ride Blair for another inning here. He's done a good job so far.
He really has, keeping him off balance.
He's starting to feel comfortable up there, you can tell.
Yep.
So the catcher steps in for the Longhorns. Right-handed batter, be righty and righty matchup. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Good pitch by Blair.
And Ryan's Blair's at 54 pitches, so he's still got some tread on these tires.
I think from this game, his parents go to watch his brother play.
Yep, at Shriner.
They're playing at Trinity. Next pitch is a curveball that drops in there and a swing and a miss.
Oh, that's going to be a great game. Trinity and Shriner, both very good baseball programs.
So Benavidez calls time, steps out, sitting with an 0-2 count, 2 quick strikes thrown by Blair. The 0-2 pitch from the windup on the way. Swung on, fouled. We'll keep things the same, 0-2 count. Nobody out here in the top of the 5th. You know what I still have on the scoreboard? I still have us probably back in the 2nd inning. What have I got? Let's see. It shows us to be in the 2nd. Yeah, we're not. We're in the 5th. 0-2 pitch on the way. Curveball drops.
Oh.
Ooh, just misses for a ball.
He wanted to swing. Very disciplined.
So we are now in the top of the 5th. I've got it correct. Last pitch was a ball, so a 1-2 pitch on the way. Foul straight back. That was that side spinning, whatever you call it. I need to ask him because that's a gnarly pitch. It doesn't have a lot of spin to it, so you can see the seams, but it's side spinning.
Yeah, it's kind of just dropping in on this batter, outside in.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pitch on the way, swing and a miss, swung right through the fastball for strike 3. Good pitch by Blair.
And again, keeping him off balance with that pitch, the mystery pitch, and then goes to a well-known fastball down the pipe.
That'll bring the Longhorns to the top of the order. Osiel Munoz will step to the plate. First baseman, who's flied out to center field and flied out to second base his 2 times at bat. Blair would toe the mound, pitching from the windup again. First pitch on the way. And there's that thingamajig for a strike.
Yeah, the batter is almost stepped out a little bit there.
Curveball just outside for ball 1. They even the count at 1-1. It's almost like a knuckleball. Maybe it's a knuckle curve.
Could be a knuckle curve.
It's 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch on the way. There it is again.
Wow, that's awfully close.
Just missed on that pitch. Bring the count to 2-1 on Munoz. Next pitch on the way. Swung on, popped straight up in the air and fouled back. That'll even the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes here with 1 out in the top of the 5th.
And you wonder if Guzman lines up slightly outside a tad more, if the umpire can get a peek over his left shoulder and see it. It is pretty close. It is really close pitch there.
Two pitch on the way to Munoz. Just outside. So the count will be full now.
Very disciplined at the plate because again, those pitches.
Every time he kicks the dirt, it comes right back to us.
Yeah,
dragging his feet out in front of him. So the payoff pitch on the way. Low for ball 1. They're going to check on a swing. They say no go. So Munoz will earn the walk. So with 1 out, Longhorns have a runner at first. The designated hitter, Elias Vela, a step to the plate, is grounded out to third and has had a base hit so far.
Yep, and we'll see what the corners do, but it looks like they're already on the grass. I mean, I'm not a betting man, but if I were, I would suggest they might be, moving them. They're very good at moving these runners once they get them on the bag. So let's see if Blair can keep them close.
He's checking the runner over at first. Pitch on the way. Strike one called on the outside corner. If there was no outs, it'd be a no-brainer. They'd bunt him over or they'd hit and run him. But with one out, the number 2 batter up.
Maybe hit and run.
The 0-1 pitch on the way outside. Even the count at 1-1. Blair toes the rubber from the stretch. Check his runner over at first. Got a decent lead over there. 1-1 offerings on the way. Swung on, flied out to right field. Hatcher coming in hard, coming in very hard. Does not get to the ball, so that's going to be a drop in for a base hit. Throw goes over to second base, and everybody's safe. So Vela with a base hit to right field.
Oh, it looks like his arm may be hurting him. Hope he's okay. He made a heck of a dive, but
Dove with the ball, and the ball just, that wind was really knocking it down.
Yeah.
He came in hard for it, but not enough to get up to it.
Really good effort by Hatcher, but just.
So the Longhorns will have runners at first and second now. The number 3 batter up, Hector Cadena, who hit the home run last night, step up to the plate. First pitch is going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop fields it on 2 hops, throws over to first base on the run. Called safe. It's going to be an infield base hit for Cadena. Just a little chopper. Vargas came in hard, had to make a running throw. It was on target, but just a little late, so it's going to be an infield base hit. And the Longhorns have the bases juiced right now.
1 out.
For the right fielder, Ruben Pena. Pena has gotten on an error and has struck out so far. So there's 1 out, bases loaded, Pena at the plate. The Longhorns have not hit the ball hard.
No, they have not. No, Blair's that he had to reach for that one. I mean, obviously that was a hit and run of some sort because he just kind of reached.
So the first pitch by Blair is going to be called ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out, bases loaded here in the top of the 5th. Blair's going to pitch from the stretch as bases are loaded. Curveball, strike 1, just on the outside corner. So even the count at 1-1 here with 1 out. One pitch on the way. Outside for a ball.
He's not getting that outside corner called, so he's going to have to make an adjustment.
Yeah, that one was a little bit too far outside.
Yeah.
But he's not getting the call on the ones that are on the corner. So the corners are playing to the edge of the grass, going to try to stop the run coming into the plate. Pitch on the way, swung on, foul ball. So the corners are playing up, trying to stop the run from scoring, and then up the middle they're playing deep to get the double play.
Again, aggressive base running. The runner on second was about rounding third by the time they called that ball foul.
So Pena will step back in with a 2-2 count here with 1 out, bases loaded. Two pitch from the stretch is on the way. That gets away from the catcher. They hold the runner up. Everybody was moving. They had guys all over the place. The runner at first was halfway to second, but they chose not to throw to first. The ball got away from the catcher, but not far enough for the run to attempt the score. He didn't make it to the backstop. So nobody hurt. It's a full count, though. 3 balls, 2 strikes with 1 out. Blair struggling just a little bit here on this batter. Pitch on the way, and that's in the dirt, and he walked in the run. So Pena draws the walk and an RBI. Score now 4-2 in favor of the Panthers.
Number 11, Juan Charles.
So Juan Charles will step to the plate. Coach Herb will call timeout. Going to talk to his pitcher. We'll update the scoreboard. 4-2 is our score now. I think he's just settled his pitcher down here a little bit. Not getting too frustrated with the situation as he has right now with bases loaded and just walking a run in. The Panthers got to try to find a way to get out of this inning.
Yeah, they do.
Whether it be double play or get the lead runner at home plate. I think you want to try to get the lead runner here if you can. Unless you've got an easy double play opportunity. So I would at least think they would be playing up somewhat, at least at the corners. So the meetings get broken up. Juan Charles will step to the plate, the center fielder. He has walked and reached on an error so far. He's a left-handed batter. Again, bases are loaded, 1 out. We are in the top of the 5th, and Laredo has scored a run so far. Blair will pitch from the stretch. First pitch to Charles is going to be held up as Blair steps off again. Charles steps back in. Blair getting the signals from his catcher. First pitch on the way. It swung right through it for strike 1. Good pitch by Blair. Blair's going to call timeout. I think they've got their signals crossed. He's going to re-communicate with his catcher and go over them again. It's a big at-bat here for both Charles and for the Panthers. United trying to make a run here on the top of the 5th and get some more runs. Medina Valley trying to stop them from scoring any more. So the lefty steps back in, Blair back on the mound from the stretch. Check his runner at second, throws home, way high. So 1 ball, 1 strike here with 1 out. Bases loaded. Panthers up 4-2. 1 out.
Yeah, they really need to get an out here.
Blair with the 1-1 pitch. It's going to be high for ball 2. The umpire does have a tight strike zone, but he's been consistent. So 2 balls, 1 strike on Charles. Pitch on the way. Swung on, fly ball. It's tailing from center to left. Left fielder coming in hard. Pargas reaching back and overhand basket catch by Pargas. I thought the left fielder, I don't think the left fielder would have got to the ball. I mean, I know Madrano was coming in hard, but that ball was hit off the end of the bat, and it was really slicing over the shortstop's head. Good job by Pargas.
Wow,
so everyone stays in place, so fly out to the shortstop. Outstanding play by Pargas.
Oh, what a catch. I mean, I don't know
how he saw that ball.
Well, I don't think the left fielder, I don't think they thought he caught it. I mean, he made a beautiful, beautiful play, and I'm surprised.
Huge out. So now there's 2 outs with bases loaded. Now they have a force out any base. So favor goes to the Panthers now. First pitch on the way is going to be a curveball, and the strikes for a strike to the pitcher, Ramon de Alba. Alba has reached on an error and sacrifice so far. Still, it's a huge play there by Pargas.
Big play.
2 outs, bases loaded. 0-1 pitch. Swung on. It's going to be foul ball just outside of the baseline, down the third base line. Wow. That would have scored at least 2. That thing trickled all the way into the corner in left field. It's just outside third base.
Medrano was on it, but that still would have given up 2 at least.
D'Alba would like to have that one back.
Oh, just on the inside of third base.
Well, he'll step back in now with an 0-2 count with 2 outs and bases loaded. So big pitch by Blair here.
See if Blair can keep it on the outside here.
No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. 0-2 pitch by Blair. It's going to be, it hits him.
Oh my goodness.
It hits the batter, so hit by pitch and walks in a run, or forces in a run. Hit by pitches are sponsored by State Farm Insurance by Hazel Russell. Thanks for the hit by pitch sponsorship by Hazel Russell, State Farm agent.
You know, that's a hard one. You get him down to 2 strikes. But let's see what we do here.
Head home on an 0-2 count.
Yeah.
So our new score is now 4-3. Guerra will step to the plate. He was flied out to shortstop, flied out to left field. Bases are still loaded. First pitch is going to be high for ball 1.
Yeah, a little frustration on Blair's face. Those pitches are really close.
So our new score 4-3. 1-0 pitch on the way. Popped straight up and out of play up behind us. So the count will go to even at 1-1 with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th with bases being loaded, and wow, that wind's blowing. So the left fielder, Mike Agueta, steps back in. Blair now from the windup. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss through the curveball. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. One-two pitch from the windup is on the way. Ground ball, shortstop fielded by Pargas, gets under Pargas' glove. 1 run will score, 2 runs will score as the ball comes back in. So it's going to be a base hit by Guerra. It's going to be a two RBI base hit.
He almost picked that ball up, but it looked like he might have been trying to pick and throw.
Just went under his glove. So 2 runs scored, right?
2 runs scored.
So United will.
Ryan Blair.
Is it 5-4 or 4-4? The scoreboard says 4-4.
No.
They scored 2.
5-4.
I think United has just taken the lead based on my calculations. (5-4).
In relief, number 18, Justin Mayan.
So Justin Mayan will enter the game, number 18 for the Panthers. I'll tell you what, we're going to take a break while our new pitcher does his warm-up throws.
Now at North Park Chevrolet. Buy a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab posted at $34,999. Lease for $370 a month with 0 down. Get 3.9% financing for 75 months on new 2025 Silverado Crew Cab Texas editions. And save $10,000 off
Dotson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dotson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall, or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Welcome back to the Dotson House Moving Construction North Park Chevrolet broadcaster Panther Baseball. We're going to have a pitching change, and while you're still doing warm-up tosses, we have a reader for one of our sponsors, the Magnolia Filling Station. The Magnolia Filling Station features a daily dark roast and a Fiorella blend medium roast drip coffee. Lattes, iced lattes, cold brews, chai lattes, mochas, teas, and lemonades. Daily made from scratch pastries, muffins, cookies, cupcakes, and banana bread, just to name a few. A variety of sandwiches to include ham, turkey, Italian, and pimento cheese. Protein lunch boxes, English muffin breakfast sandwiches, and fresh fruit parfaits. Sit outside on the patio, enjoy the historic downtown Castroville atmosphere, or sit inside and visit with the friendly baristas and locals. Located 1101 Fiorella Street in beautiful downtown Castroville. Thanks to Magnolia Filling Station for sponsoring Panther Athletics, and thanks to Peerless Equipment for sponsoring pitching changes. And now that's Justin Mayan.
Yes, Justin Mayan.
At the plate.
Senior
Pitching for the Panthers. So Mayan inherits runners at first and second. Salazar's at plate. Salazar squares around, and the ball gets away from the catcher but stays in front of him. That's going to be called ball one. So Salazar flight out to right field and ground out at the third base is 2 times up the bat, left-handed batter. With 2 outs, the pitch on the way, and that's going to be a strike by Mayan. One count, 2 outs, pitch on the way. Swung on, pop straight up and out of play. The wind's going to push that way out of play. So we'll keep the count at 1-2 with 2 outs. Runners at first and second here in the top of the 5th. Laredo has regained the lead 5-4. They made the scoreboard change finally. The 1-2 count on Salazar. Mayan from the stretch. Pitch on the way. Runner's going, and it hits Salazar. So it's a dead ball. It's a dead ball. Pitch got away and went towards the dugout, but it's a dead ball. The runner kept trying to advance. So Salazar will reach first base on the hit by pitch. Hit by pitch, of course, is sponsored by Hazel Russell, State Farm agent. All hit by pitches.
Number 6, Emilio.
So number 6, Emilio Martinez will step to the plate. He'll hit for Benavides. First time up to bat. So Laredo has the bases loaded with 2 outs. They've got a 5-4 lead here in the top of the 5th. They've scratched off 4 runs here to regain the lead 5-4. Mayan on the mound. He's going to pitch from the windup. Martinez, right-handed batter. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, swung right through it. 4 strike 1. It's Emilio Martinez, number 19, or number 7. It's an 0-1 pitch to Martinez. It's a ground ball foul, and that'll be strike 2. So Martinez down the count 0-2. Mayan getting the signals from his catcher. 0-2 pitch with 2 outs and bases loaded. 0-2 pitch is on the way. Outside, ball 1. It's not a bad miss with an 0-2 pitch. Could have been just a little bit more inside. Doesn't have to be necessarily strike because you want to try to fish for one here. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bases loaded. Pitch by Mayan is on the way. Swung on and foul straight back, and we'll do it all over again. Again, we're in the top of the 5th still. Had 2 outs for a while now. One-two pitch on the way. Swung on, foul straight back again. So Mayan throwing strikes, but throwing lots of pitches. Panthers led off this inning with a strikeout, but followed it up with a walk, hit, walk, hit by pitch, base hit, and hit by pitch, and one hit in there. That's going to be ball 2.
Good block by the catcher.
It's going to be low and outside for ball 2, and we'll even the count at 2-2 to Martinez. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded. Mayan with the pitch. That's going to be a little off the end of the bat, and that's going to go fouled halfway between home plate and first base. Just trickles foul. We'll do it all over again. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Inside, count will be full. Big pitch right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners will be moving. Payoff pitch from the windup is on the way. Swung on. It's going to be a ground ball towards shortstop. Thrown over the home. And he gets the tag. He gets him out. What a play by Pargas and Guzman, the duo right there, to get the force out.
What a play.
At the plate, and not to mention he tagged him out instead of touching the base.
Oh, yeah.
Pargas didn't have a chance.
Yep.
Any other option than to go to home plate because he was too deep in the hole to throw to first base. It would have been a base hit.
Yeah.
He saw that the runner at third wasn't moving very quick and chose to throw the ball home. Guzman made a heck of a catch and a tag to get the out.
Yeah, he really did. He didn't have a choice. He was outside the baseline, so he had to make the catch first and then jump back to make the tag.
So
that's a great
Longhorns leave the bases loaded. However, did a run score?
Yeah, I believe they counted that run.
So the next runners who they got out, the guy came from second base?
Yes.
That's who they got, running from second. So they did get a run across.
Yeah, they did because, again, they were halfway home when the pitch was thrown.
So they tried to get 2 on that play, and they got the runner for coming from second base. They got him at home plate.
Very aggressive on the bags, and it's paying off for him.
So we'll update the score. So the Longhorns get another run. Our new score is Laredo United 6, Medina Valley 4, and we are going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Panther baseball will return after these messages.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Welcome back to North Park Chevrolet Dotson House Moving Construction broadcast of Panther baseball. We're going to the bottom of the fifth. Panthers have got to do some work. Got another lead change. Longhorns have taken the lead. So here in the bottom of the fifth, Logan Pargas will step to the plate after that great defensive play. And he'll have a 1-0 count. Pitch on the way will be ball 2, so it'll be 2 balls and no strikes. And Dialbo will stay on the mound for the Longhorns. Dialbo working quick with a 2-0 pitch. And it'll be 3-0 now with that ball taken low. Good job by Pargas being selective at the plate. So he'll step back in there with 3 balls, no strikes here. Nice to get the leadoff runner on, or leadoff batter on. Ooh. Call that inside pitch. It was either way, I guess you could say.
Yeah, that was close.
So 3 balls, 1 strike to Pargas. Dialbo from the windup, pitch on the way. Strike 2. That one was right down the middle.
Wow.
Tough to pitch, lay off.
Now you got a battle.
Payoff pitch already on the way. Curveball stays inside, and he walked him. So Panthers get what they wanted. They get the leadoff runner on, and that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, Reese Hatcher, who has struck out and grounded out the pitcher so far. So Hatcher is due. So he'll come up to the plate with nobody out. Pargas standing on first.
Number 9, Reese Hatcher.
This would be a good opportunity to get at least one of these runs back.
Yeah.
You got to try to get at least one. Now Panthers down by 2. They had a 4-to-1 lead earlier in the game.
Looks like the third baseman set up for a bunt.
First pitch to Hatcher is taken for strike 1. I think I would have taken that pitch too.
Yeah, for sure. That was really
looked high and outside.
Yeah.
Hatcher steps back in after checking his sign card. Dialbo checks the runner at first and throws back to first. Slides under the tag. That was a close play.
Really
close. Pargas gets back.
Yeah, he almost got him earlier in the game. He really does have a good move to first base.
Got a quick move to first. So 1 strike on Hatcher. Dialbo gets his signs from his catcher. Checks the runner over to first. Throws back to first. Slides it back in underneath the tag. We'll do it all over again. 1 strike on Hatcher. Dialbo from the stretch. Checks his runner over at first. High. It was actually almost a pitch out.
Yeah. I think they were expecting a steal.
They were expecting a steal. Catcher called it was a high outside pitch. Catcher was standing up when he caught the ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at first. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Popped up and out of play. Third baseman giving chase, but that wind really blew that ball back. Didn't have a chance. You can definitely see the earpiece now by the catcher has his helmet off. They're getting their signs from the dugout via technology.
Yeah, several of the 6A teams we played so far have had the headsets.
If it's legal, might as well take advantage of it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Hatcher. Runner at first base, nobody out. Dialbo will check his runner at first. Will pitch from the stretch. Pitch on the way. High curveball, does not break down. Even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Time will be called. What's a new baseball? Didn't like that one for whatever reason.
It wasn't spinning right.
Yeah, that curveball didn't break down at all, so maybe it was kind of slick.
Yeah, let's see if see what he does on this pitch here.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, runner at first. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on foul.
Stays alive.
Fouled that ball off down the first baseline. Or outside the first baseline. Dalbo get that ball he didn't like, went right back to him.
Yeah.
Umpire threw it back at him. Here, you can use this one. Rubbed it up for you.
Yeah.
So Dalbo with the 2-2 offering. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Ground ball to first base. Gets under the first baseman glove. Hatcher hustling down the first base line.
Oh, nice hustle by Hatcher.
And he makes it there. So Hatcher will reach first base on the error by the first baseman.
Nice hustle by Hatcher.
Yeah, they tried to get him, but he had hustled down way too quickly down the first base line with a little speed and gets there before the ball does. So Jake Phillips will come to the plate with runners at first and second and nobody out. So your United coach will come out of the dugout. He's going to go talk to his infield. You know, Dalba's still pitching well. I doubt there'll be a pitching change. He's just going to try to work some kind of defense here based on what's going on with 1 out. I mean, we have Phillips at the plate. I don't know, maybe a bunt to get the runners moved over to second and third. You get 2 runners in scoring position with 1 out, you're in good shape.
And Dalba's at 69 pitches.
So he's getting up there, but it's not bad.
No, he's still throwing with a lot of velocity.
So strategy going out in the coaching box for the Panthers and strategy going on the mound for the Longhorns. A lot going on here, a lot of opportunities here for both teams. Panthers can get 2 runners in the scoring position with a sacrifice. And the Longhorns are going to try to defend it. So we break up the meetings. So Jake Phillips, number 13, will step in, the designated hitter, who's had a base hit and grounded out to second bases 2 times up the bat. He has runners at first and second with nobody out. Panthers down by 2. Our score 6-4 here in the bottom of the 5th. Alba checking his runner at second. Spins around, gets the runner back to second, steps off, trying to keep that runner tight. He wants to keep him tight so you have an opportunity to get an out there, forced out at third, or keep him from scoring, really. Keep him as close to the base as possible. So Phillips at the plate. Scores around. Bunts it, pops up in the air, catcher unable to get to it, so it's foul. So the Panthers did have the bunt on.
Looked like a ball. That was pretty far outside. Might want to pull back on that one.
It was high and outside, but very buntable, though. Just got underneath it and popped it straight up and back. So strike will be on Phillips. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. 1 strike on Phillips with an attempted bunt. First baseman playing way up in the grass. I mean, way up in the grass. Third baseman playing on the edge of the grass. Second and shortstop playing deep. Double play position. Diallo checks his runner at first. Then he checks his runner at second. Checks him again, comes home. And
pulled it back.
Phillips scored around and pulled it back for a ball. So now the count's 1-1. And that was a better pitch to bunt than the one before.
I think the fact that he squared around may have confused the umpire a little bit. because that was a really good pitch.
Seriously, I think it was a better pitch of bunt than the one before.
Yeah, that was a great.
Did he offer that? So 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners at first and second. Again, the first baseman's way up in the grass. No bunt there, and that ball's in the dirt, so it'll be another ball on Phillips. Good take there.
Good stop by the catcher. Really good stop because that was in the dirt.
So hopefully Phillips the one that had the big base hit.
Absolutely, yeah. He started us out at the beginning.
When we had bases loaded, so I think he had a two RBI base hit. See if he can do the same thing here. So 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Runners in first and second here in the bottom of the 5th. Pitch on the way, swung on, foul, straight back.
That was a nice looking pitch.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah, I think so.
Just got underneath it. Phillips probably like to have that one back.
Oh, I'm sure. He just reared up a little bit and got right under it.
So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners in first and second. Nobody out. That's a nice thing here.
Yeah, let's see if he can hit it hard somewhere.
First baseman playing back now that the bunt's probably off, which it should be with two strikes. Curveball swung on, right back to the pitcher. Right back to the first baseman, catches it on the line.
Heads up play by Hatcher.
Almost gets Hatcher getting back to the base. So Phillips lines out to the first baseman. He squared the ball up.
He sure did, and that gets through. That's a runner too.
So the coach for United is going to challenge the call on the tag at first, I'm sure. But I don't think he got them.
I don't think so either.
So he's questioning the call. So now he's going to turn around and head back to the dugout. So now with 1 out, the catcher, Johnny Guzman, will step to the plate. Guzman, who's walked and struck out so far. Coach Herb giving him some quick hitting lessons.
Yep. Choke up.
Up to bat for your Panthers.
Look to left, hit to right.
Number 8,
So,
Johnny Guzman.
So in this scenario, do you hit away or do you move the runners?
With 1 out, I think you swing away. If you still had, no outs, I think the thing would have been the bunt.
Yeah.
You can still do it here, depending on who you got up after that, which is Newton, will be waiting on deck. So runners at first and second. Guzman steps to the plate. 1 out. We'll see what Herb chooses to do. Guzman is a good bunter. Curveball swung on, popped up in the air towards your right field. Right fielder coming hard towards the line and makes the play. So Guzman flies out to right field. There's no tag on the play. So runners stay at first and second. So we had runners at first and second with no outs. Now we have runners at first and second with 2 outs. And the first baseman, Michael Newton, will step to the plate, who's gotten on a fielder's choice and has walked. So Panthers do not need to let this opportunity go by the wayside here. They need to take advantage of these first 2 runners on base. Catcher will run out and talk to his pitcher. So with 2 outs, Newton will step in with runners at first and second here in the bottom of the 5th. Panthers down by 2, 6-4 a score. Dalba getting the signs from his catcher. Checks his runner at first. Throws home. Ground ball to second base. Second baseman fields it cleanly. Throws over to first for out number 3. So Newton grounds out to second base, and the Panthers leave 2 runners on. So we'll go to the top of the 6th score. Laredo United Longhorns 6, Medina Valley 4. Panther baseball return after these messages.
Like you, we love calling this home. Castroville State Bank has been serving the Medina Valley area for over 63 years by providing the best financial products, modern technology, and customer service. Not only are we the local bank you can rely on for all your financial needs, but we are also your neighbors, giving back to the community we grew up in and love. Come home to Castroville State Bank.
Big State Electric is raising the bar in the San Antonio electrical industry. Working with local and forward-thinking companies, we are changing the downtown skyline with beautiful and innovative buildings. As well as working with local universities, we are revolutionizing academic sports with cutting-edge and high-tech electrical solutions. Join us as we light up the future one project at a time. Big State Electric, competence and quality since 1966, supporting San Antonio, Austin, Houston, and the Gulf Coast region.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Moving Construction broadcaster Panther Baseball. We are going to the top of the sixth, and we have a Peerless Equipment pitching change. Easton Lange will come in from center field to take the mound. Look like Madrano will go over to center field. And in left field, I'm not sure, we have number 6. Let's see who we got in left field who just came into the game. This wind is blowing all my papers all over the place.
Up to bat, number 22, Rafael Munoz.
Try to get a name and number for you out in left field. That looks like someone had just entered the game for the Panthers as Blair leaves the game. Blair had a good outing for Medina Valley. So Lange at the mound. First pitch on the way. Low and inside for ball 1 to the leadoff batter, Oziel Munoz, who's flied out to center field, flied out to second, and walked.
Left field looks like Miguel. Let's double check it.
So next pitch is a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike on Munoz. Lange from the windup on the 1-1 pitch. Swing and foul tipped.
Yeah, that is Miguel Gonzalez out in left field.
So Gonzalez out in left field. He comes in for Blair. So the count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes now. Sorry, that was Mayan that left the game, not Blair.
Yeah, Mayan, yeah.
1-2 offering is grounded right up the middle, fielded by the shortstop. Throws over to first base just in time.
Had a little trouble getting out of his glove,
he lost the handle
but he made the play.
So Munoz grounds out to the shortstop, and then it'll bring the designated hitter number 5, Elias Vela, who's grounded out the third. Base hit and base hit, so he has a 2-for-3 day going. Panthers have 1 out, down by 2, or score 6-4 in the top of the 6th. Lange, left-handed pitcher. First offering from him is going to be inside and gets away from the catcher for ball 1.
Looks like it hit the umpire's foot or hand. Yeah. He's not happy now.
Well, I wouldn't either. So Vela steps back in there. 1-0 pitch on the way. Another inside pitch. Ball 2. So 2-0 count on Vela. The next pitch is going to be called a strike on the outside corner. Bring the count to 2 balls, 1 strike. One pitch on the way from Lange, and it stays outside even, or to actually bring the count to 3 balls, 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch on the way to Vela, swing and a miss. Foul tip into the glove, and it'll bring the count to full. So the Longhorn D8 steps back in. Payoff pitch is on the way. Inside, he walked him.
Number 8, Victor Cadena.
It's 5 walks issued by the Panther pitching staff, along with, I believe, 2 hit by pitches. That's kind of been the thing of the season, right?
Sure has. I mean, the first few games, over 10 walks in each game, and then we kind of got down to 7 or 8, but we've been around 8. I think our average is around 8 walks per game, so that's definitely hurt the Panthers.
So the first pitch to Cadena is a ball. Cadena's had a home run and a base hit and gotten on a fielder's choice, so he's been on every time up the bat. Lange from the stretch, checking his runner over at first. The 1-0 pitch in there for strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out to Cadena. Lange with the pitch, swung on, ground ball to shortstop, fielded by Pargas. Over to second base over to first base, not in time. The ball gets away from the first baseman. Runner stays at first, so Cadena reaches again, this time on a fielder's choice, but the Panthers do get the lead runner at second base. It's a good job by Pargas fielding that ball and to begin turning that double play. Or they don't get the double play, but they do get the out. So we have 2 outs now with a runner at first, and that'll bring to the plate the right fielder, Ruben Pina. Pina has reached on an error, struck out, and has walked. He'll step in. It'll be a lefty-righty matchup. Lange checking the runner over to first. Throws over to first.
Oh, that was close.
Just gets under the glove. It's a good pickoff move by Lange, looking home and throwing to first. Lange gets the signs from his catcher. Pitch on the way. High and outside for ball 1. Good job by Guzman keeping the ball in front of him. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. Panthers down by 2, 6-4. Lange on the mound, Pina at the plate, runner on first base. Pitch on the way.
Beautiful pitch.
Nice pitch on the outside and gets the call. That's the call they haven't had tonight.
No, the umpire's now calling that outside pitch, and maybe it has something to do with it coming from the left side.
It's because it's getting late.
Oh, it's time, yeah.
He doesn't want to miss happy hour.
Sun is going down.
1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Lange with the pitch. That's the same pitch. He called it a ball this time. Good spot there by Lange. He's going to give it to him. Why not throw it there again, right?
Absolutely, try.
Count now 2 balls, 1 strike to Pina with 2 outs. Runner at first base. Here in the top of the 6th. Panthers down by 2. Throw over to first base. Nothing going on there. Gets back in plenty of time. Keep the count the same. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lange with the offering. Knuckleball that stays high. That's the second ball he's thrown like that, knuckle type ball with very, very little to no spin. 3 balls, 1 strike on Pina. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Count will go to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner will be running. Good opportunity to try to pick him off here. He's going to be running. That no-look throw would be perfect right here.
It would work well.
Payoff pitch. Oh, he throws over to the first. Read my mind. Nothing happening. I think Gadena heard me too, so he got back in plenty of time. Probably coming back to plate here now with full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first. Lange throws back over to first, holding him tight. Why not? Good thing is he keeps keeping him to a 2-step lead. Payoff pitch on the way. It's called out on strike 3.
Got him on the inside pitch.
Beautiful pitch on the inside corner. Backwards K for Lange to close out the inning. Longhorns leave a runner on. We will go to the bottom of the 6th. Our score stays the same. Laredo United 6, Medina Valley 4. Panther Baseball return after these messages from our great sponsors.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. And you can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Call State Farm agent Hazel Russell in Castroville at 830-931-3441.
All right, welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet Dodson House Moving Construction broadcast of Panther Baseball. We are going to the bottom of the 6th. Panthers running out of outs here, down their last 6 outs. Come back from a 2-run deficit, down 6-4. Had a 4-1 lead earlier. Led Laredo back in the game and allowed them to take the lead. Panthers will send to the plate this inning.
It's Mickey Gonzalez. I believe.
Up to bat for your Panthers, number 6, Mickey Gonzalez.
So Miguel Gonzalez will step to the plate, number 6 for the Panthers. He's going to be batting for the starting pitcher, Blair. Right-hander batter will step in, so it'll be Gonzalez, Anderson, and back to the top of the order with Rips. Let's see if Gonzalez can get things going here for the Panthers. Time will be called. The dust got into the umpire's eyes, so and the catcher's eyes. They both take their masks off and clear their eyes. We've been doing that all day. Whew, that wind just picked up.
Yeah, it has, and I think the temperature's dropped to about 34 degrees.
It has dropped. The first pitch on the way to Gonzalez. Way high for ball 1. No-brainer of a take there for Gonzalez. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on. Fouled, line foul ball to the right side. So the Longhorns are going to ride Alba as far as they can. He's pitched, other than the first inning last night, he's pitched the rest of the game so far for the Longhorns and doing quite a decent job.
Yeah, he is. Still throwing very hard.
1-1 pitch on the way. High and inside. That's the one you take between the shoulder blades.
Mm-hmm.
Count will go to 2 balls, 1 strike. Gonzalez will step back in. Dobler from the windup. Swung on. Cued off the end of the bat to even the count at 2-2. It has gotten colder. It's the wind chill, really.
Yeah, it's going right through this, this net in front of us.
It's probably only in the high 60s, but it's cool with that wind blowing 20 miles an hour.
See if Gonzalez can get the Panthers moving in the right direction.
2-2 pitch on the way. High and inside. Count will go to full. So Gonzalez steps in, awaiting the payoff pitch. D'Alba pitching from the windup, getting his signs from the catcher. Payoff pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up in the air, and it's drifting foul, and it will go out of play.
Oh,
I will need some antifreeze after this game. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Either way. Looks like the catcher's got some more red dirt in his eyes, really bothering him.
Well, when he gets it, we get it, so.
Yeah. Every time he stands up, we get it.
So Gonzalez will step back in. We'll do it all over again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Gonzalez, leadoff batter of the inning. The Alba from the windup, pitch on the way. Swung on, grounded right back to the pitcher. Hits the Alba, but he scoops it up, throws over to first for the first out. So ball hit hard by Gonzalez, just right back to the pitcher. So 1 down for the Panthers, and they'll bring up to the plate in the number 9 batter, the third baseman, Sean Anderson. Anderson has gotten on an error and flied out to center field.
It looks like the Alba's doing a little chirping to the Gonzalez on the way to first. He made a heck of a play on the mound.
First pitch, Anderson swung right through it, strike 1. Panthers need to get some hits. They've not 1, 2, 3 hits so far this game. I think that's all I have. I'll have to recount that up, but 0-1 pitch on the way. Curveball just outside to even count at 1-1. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 hits only for the Panthers.
Yeah, that's what it's showing on the game changer as well.
High pitch for the next one, bring the count 2 balls, 1 strike. So the lack of hitting so far has hurt the Panthers.
Looks like Laredo United has 6 hits.
2-1 pitch on the way. Curveball eases in there for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. 2-2 pitch on the way. Swollen, foul straight back. And do it all over again. So Diablo will get a new baseball and he'll rub it up a little bit. Anderson will step back in with a 2-2 count with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Panthers down to 5 outs. Pitch on the swings right through it for strike 3. So Anderson strikes out for out number 2. And that'll bring the Panthers back to the top of the order. Brody Rips will step to the plate. Rips has had a double, one of the 3 base hits tonight, and his sacrifice and grounded out to first base.
Number 1, Brody Rips.
Or this evening or this afternoon, whatever you want to call this. What time is it? We're sitting at 5 o'clock. So Rips will step up with 2 outs. First pitch is going to be outside for ball 1. 1-0 pitch to Rips. It's going to be inside, ball 2. Two balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Diablo with the pitch from the windup, right down the middle. You get a hitter's count, you're looking for a pitch down the middle, and that was it.
That was a beautiful pitch.
That's the only pitch you're looking for.
I think that is the straightest pitch he's thrown all day. I mean, he's been throwing a lot of breaking balls and just went back to a straight fastball.
2-1 pitch, right down the middle, strike 2. Took another strike.
That's another pitch pretty close to the middle.
So one from 2-0 to 2-2 with
Rips,
2 outs.
Rips can hang in there. Way to foul it off.
Fouled it off to hang in there. That one may have been called a ball.
It's getting late. You never know.
So we'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Diablo's going to run the ball down again. Wow, it is getting cool. We're getting lower and lower on this retaining wall here to block the wind. Pitch on the way. Inside. Count will go to full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Rips. Unless coach has them taken till they get a strike.
Well, it's working.
Payoff pitch on the way. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dobliff on the windup. Taking low for ball 4. Rips does his job.
Yeah, he does. Gets on.
On your feet, Benton fans. Up to bat. Number 5.
And that'll bring to the plate. The center field, or the pitcher right now is a record. Easton Lange will go to the plate. Hit by pitch. Had a base hit and grounded out to first base. So he'll go to the plate with 2 outs and a runner at first. Diablo gets his signs from his catcher, checks the runner over at first. Kicks and throws home. Lange scores around the bunt. Just foul. Tried to bunt it down the third base line. Lange tried to bunt for a hit here with 2 outs. Actually, I think that's a pretty good move there by the lefty. That may have been just a decision made on his own. Probably had the green light to bunt. A lot of quick lefties do.
Aren't you a lefty?
I was.
Oh,
I
said
was.
quick lefty.
No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Throw back over to first base, not in time.
I caught that one too,
I used to be a lefty. I'm not a righty either, anymore anyway. Diablo checking his run over first. Throws back over to first, not a time again. Rips getting back under the tag there. The Lange will step back in. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runners on first. And gets his sign, checks his runner. Checks his runner again. Kicks and throws home. Swung on a foul straight back. Out of play. Now it's 0-2 on Lange.
Hey, guys.
Girls softball won 17-7. Good outing by the girls softball team. Playing some good ball right now. Lange digs back in the left-hander's batter's box. Sitting with an 0-2 count with 2 outs and a runner at first. Dobler from the stretch. Time is called by Lange. Catcher's going to walk out and talk to his pitcher. I may walk out to my truck and get my jacket.
I'm thinking about it, actually.
Long conversation between the catcher and the pitcher. Meeting's broken up. D'Albo will step back on the mound. Lange will dig back into the left-hander's batter's box. Count is 0 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Runner at first. And the pitch outside. It was a pitch out, actually. They had anticipated a steal there, and they gave up a ball to see if there was going to be an opportunity to catch the runner stealing.
A lot of strategy.
Nothing going on, though. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. One-two pitch on the way. Inside. He's kind of disappointed himself he didn't wear that, but he knew he should have stayed there and let it hit.
He's got that elbow protector going. just went right under it.
He was talking.
I could see it from here. Went right under his
As he
elbow.
backed out, he was talking to himself, knowing he should have sat there and let it hit him. That's okay. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
See if we can drive one somewhere.
Trying to get one of these runs back here. See if he can do it with 2 outs. Throw back over to first base. Again, not in time. Rips slides under the tag. The Alba with a really good move over to first base.
Sure, yeah.
Gets the signs from the catcher. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on by Lange. It's going to be fouled down the first base line. And we'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 outs. Panthers with Rips on first base. However, running out of outs, down to the last 4 outs, down 6-4. Lange steps back in. Diablo with getting his signs from his catcher. Checking his runner over at first. Lange calls time. Head game's going on here.
Absolutely, a little cat and mouse on first
Yeah.
base over there. Rips is dancing a little bit, and I'm not sure the Alba likes it too much. He's ready to throw over there again. He's got a great move to first, so Rips has got to be careful.
2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and foul straight back. Good job battling by Lange at the plate. Keeping himself in the game. We'll do it all over again. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With 2 outs, runner at first. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Down 6-4. Davila checking his runner over at first. The 2-2 pitch. Low, ball 3. Good take by Lange. Ball got away from the catcher, but not enough to allow the runner to get to second. So Rips holds at first.
Yeah, their catcher's done a really good job behind the plate. A lot of blocking and just a lot of communication you can see between the catcher and the pitcher today.
So Lange steps back in there with full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Rips should be running here. And Diablo steps off the plate, off the mound, I'm sorry. Didn't like the signal from the catcher. So they'll do it all over again as Lange steps back in. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Diablo with the payoff pitch. It's on the way. Call, strike 3 on the inside corner. So Lange goes down looking. Panthers leave another runner on, and that's going to do it for the 6th inning. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Medina Valley down 6-4. Panther baseball will return after these messages.
Security State Bank, your financial partner since 1925 with one simple goal, to be the best bank possible to the families and businesses of South Texas. Check out Security State Bank's competitive rates and services from local people you know and trust. Serving South Texas with 7 convenient locations, including 1726 Highway 90 East in Castroville. Call 830-538-9898 or online at securitystbk.com. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. GOM Real Estate, helping families like yours for 45 years. First-time buyer or looking to branch out into land or ranch ownership? Dom Real Estate offers a wide range of services tailored to meet your residential or commercial needs. Their dedicated team provides complete support with personalized, expert advice and extensive knowledge of the local market to help you secure the best deal possible, because your goals are their goals. Find out more at domrealestate.com.
Welcome back. Going to the top of the 7th, the final inning of this game here. We have a Peerless Equipment pitching change. Sean Anderson will step to the mound, taking over for Lange. He'll be coming from third base. And we have a new third baseman. We'll try to pick up a name and number for the third baseman. So that Miguel Gonzalez goes to third base, and we'll probably have a new left fielder.
Stand up, fans. It's your 7th inning stretch. The 7th inning stretch. Stand up, stretch, get warm. Let's go, Panthers.
Don't have a number yet, but Anderson will toe the mound now for the Panthers. Down 6-4 here in the top of the 7th.
Up to bat for the Longhorns, number 11.
And for the Longhorns, they'll send to the plate the center fielder, Juan Charles. Charles has walked, reached on an error, and flied out to shortstop. So he'll step to the plate here in the top of the 7th. And he'll receive the first pitches from Anderson as I put my jacket on. First pitch by Anderson is going to be in the dirt for ball 1. So the 1-0 pitch by Anderson is on the way, and it's going to be called strike 1 on the outside corner. Even the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way. Strike 2 on the outside corner. Good pitch by Anderson. Charles will step back in, down now in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes as the leadoff batter of this inning for the Longhorns. Next pitch, you try the outside corner on again, but it was just a little bit too far outside, and even the count at 2-2. So Marquardt has entered the game too at first base. Pitch on the way, and it's going to be off the plate. Bring the count to full. So 3 balls, 2 strikes to Charles. From the windup, pitch on the way. Just outside. Ooh, I don't know how he didn't call that one a strike. The same first 2 pitches that he called on the outside corner. So Charles reaches on a walk. Good take by Charles there apparently, and then Ramon de Alba, the pitcher, will head to the plate. He's reached on an error and has had a sacrifice and hit by pitch so far tonight. So he'll step up and scores around immediately to bunt and pulls it back for ball 1. So the runner at first. Longhorns attempt a fake bunt because he pulled back right away. So the 1-0 count. Squares around and pulls it back. Then he swings. It's going to be a fly ball to center field. Center fielder coming hard. Doesn't get to the ball. He's going to have to throw to second and not in time. So that's number 4. Who's number 4, Johnny?
Up to bat, Michael Guerra.
Oh, Medrano moved over to center field, and I need to find out who the left field is. So the runner on Well, Diablo. So now with the runner is on first and second, so Diablo gets a base hit. Charles will move over to second. Then Miguel Guerra will step to the plate. The left fielder is flying out the shortstop, flying out the left field, and is reached on a base hit.
Hayden Harris out in left.
So Harris is in left field. He's actually replacing Lange. Now that Anderson is on the mound. And Michael Guerra will step to the plate for the Longhorns. Immediately scores around the bunt with runners at first and second. Puts the bunt down. Good bunt down the third base line. Fielded by Anderson, thrown over first base. They do not get the out. The throw pulled the first baseman, who was a second, who came over from second base. It was Rips was covering first base, pulled him off the bag, and that's going to be an E on the throw by the pitcher. So now bases are loaded with nobody out. So Chris Salazar, the second baseman, will step to the plate. He's flied out to right field, ground out of the third base, was also hit by a pitch. He'll step in with bases loaded and nobody out. So Anderson will pitch from the windup to Salazar with bases loaded. Curveball in there for strike one. So Anderson gets back on the mound. They attempt the bunt again. It's up in the air. Guzman unable to get to it. So the count will go to 0-2 now to Salazar. It's an 0-2, bases loaded. Anderson getting his signals from his catcher. 0-2 pitch on the way. Outside for ball one. Count will go to 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two pitch, Salazar on the way. Outside, ball two, even the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Bases loaded here in the top of the 7th. Anderson from the windup, pitch on the way, swung on. Ground ball to third base. Third baseman feels it. Throws over to first. Way off the mark. 1 run's going to score. 2 runs is going to score. So it's going to be an E5.
Wow.
And our score is going to be 8-4 now, as Panthers have kind of fallen apart here.
Yeah, I just got back and I see multiple changes on the field, and one has to ask why.
So
but guess we'll see.
2-run score.
Strategy behind this, I'm kind of unsure of, but let's see what happens. A lot of changes in the field.
Yeah, you said Harris in left. We have Gonzalez in third. Mark Hart at first.
And then
Anderson on the mound.
Yeah. That's a lot of change in a 7th inning where the game is very, very close.
So Salazar reaches first on 2 errors in a row so far by the Panthers, and that'll bring to the plate, I believe that's Edgar Martinez, the number 9 batter, the catcher, who has walked, struck out, and grounded out the shortstop. Panthers having their huddle on the mound. Coach Herb doing what he can to try to settle down his team. So Longhorns have runners at second and third, with Benavidez stepping to the plate. He has re-entered the game. Martinez had batted for him earlier. So Benavides steps back, re-enters the game, steps to the plate, big right-handed batter, with runners at second and third and nobody out. He scores around the bunt, puts it down the first base line, goes under Marquardt, and they don't get the play. He lost the ball. He had gotten in position. It just went under his glove. By the time he got the hand on it and threw over to first base, didn't get there in time. So it's going to be an E3, and they are going to score another run. So Coach Herb wants that call checked. They're going to review or talk with the base umpire and see if there's any change there. I don't think so. I think that was the right call. But they did score another run.
Yeah.
What do you call?
Called him out.
They reversed the call.
They called somebody out. I'm not sure who.
Looks like a reversal of the call there, so Benavides is going to be called out at first. Now I'm not sure if there was interference or something that
either that or he may have gone out of the maybe
baseline?
maybe he ran outside of the baseline.
So I'm gonna.
One out.
So I'm just going to say he grounded out to first base. I don't know how else to score that. Next batter scores around.
Up and out.
So that's the leadoff batter, Munoz, who scores around. However, the Longhorns get the out, but they do get a run across. Renew scores 9-4 in favor of the Longhorns. And Munoz offers with the bunt at the first pitch and fouls it straight back for strike one. Anderson from the windup. Next pitch, he scores around again, bunts it to the pitcher. Pitcher tries to toss home, but it loses out of his glove, and they score another run.
Well, the wheels we're on rims right now. And again, multiple changes in the seventh inning may have contributed to that. So let's see what we can do. But, close game like this, you change the entire half of the roster, that's not going to help. But let's see if the Panthers could go to work here when they get off the field.
So another error, another run. First pitch on the way to Vela, and it's in the dirt, and a good stop by the catcher to keep that.
Yeah, Johnny made a great stop there and wanted to throw to first. But at this point, you got to just kind of make it a little more conservative, try to get 2 outs and see if we can generate 7 runs.
With a runner at first and only 1 out. Pitch on the way, and that's in the dirt again. This one gets away from Guzman, and the throw's going to have to go down the second. It's not going to be in time. Slid underneath the tag. So the runner advanced to second base on the wild pitch. And that's a designated hitter. Elias Vela at the plate right now is grounded out to third. It's had a base hit, and a walk. So he's got a 2-for-3 day going, or outing, because it's been across 2 days. His first at bat was yesterday. So runner at second, 1 out. Vela at the plate. Anderson with delivery, fouls it straight back for a strike. It'll be 2 balls, 1 strike with 1 out. Runner at second. So you had a jacket in the car, huh?
Yep, little jacket. I had something else in the car too.
I wouldn't have came back. 2-1 pitch on the way. It's flied off to second base, fielded cleanly by Brody for out number 2 on the fly out.
The first game we played, I think it was 2-3. And going into the 4th or 5th, and it ended up very similar to the way this game is going right now. And that's hard for the boys to swallow,
So the third baseman, Hector Cadena, will come up. He's the one that, if you remember, had their crushing home run last night.
Big hitter from.
He's 2 for 4. First pitch is in the dirt and gets away from Guzman. Runner advances from second to third. So ball 1 on Medina. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. Panthers now down 10-4 in the top of the 7th. Anderson will go to the windup with the runner on third. Pitch on the way just below the knees for ball 2.
See if we can get this third out and go hit the ball.
2-0 pitch on the way. On the outside corner for strike 1. We're going to count the 2 balls, 1 strike here with 2 outs. Runner on third. Again, the top of the 7th. Where the Panthers can try to come back here, they've got to get out of this inning.
Yeah, we got to get this out.
Curveball swung on, popped straight up in the air, straight back. I may have a shot at
It's
it.
out.
It's a little out of my reach.
Oh. No. That hit somebody.
It hit somebody in the stands. She's laughing about it.
I think she slapped it or he slapped it away. Thank goodness.
Great play in the stands here. Saved a life.
Yeah,
he
that
did.
ball
Slapped
was
it away
right
from
on
hitting
him.
a young lady back there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third. Anderson from the windup. Pitch on the way. Swung on. Line shot to right field and gets past Hatcher. It's going to be I'm not sure how to score that, either a double or an error. Did it get through him? It went through his. Did it hit his glove?
It looked like he was
It was
coming
a tough
in to make a play.
because
and
it was slicing. It looked
he
like
might
it was
have
gonna
lost his footing out there and slid under it, but I don't know.
We're gonna give it in a double because Hatcher was really moving to his right and it was tailing.
Yeah, the wind
and
took
getting
it.
knocked down at the same time. He may have gotten a glove on it, but if he would have caught it, would have been an outstanding play. Either way, Longhorns score another run and they have a runner on second. And Pena's at the plate. He takes ball 1. So we'll update the score. It's now 11-4 in favor of Laredo. So the 1-0 pitch to Pena is on the way. Swing and a miss. Blew it past him. So a good pitch by Anderson. Pena has reached on an error, struck out, walked, and struck out looking. That'll lead on the count. 1 ball, 1 strike with 2 outs. Pitch on the way. Just a little bit low. Bring the count to 2-1. So Anderson gets a sign from the catcher. Checks his runner over at second. Offers on the 2-1. Curveball just low. Bring the count to 3-1.
Wow, that dust is kicking up again.
Pena with a 3-1 count. Comes a pitch. Oh, almost hit him. Well, I guess it did. Oh, either way, it's ball 4. So Pena takes his base on ball 4. Now they'll have runners at first and second, and Coach Herb will call timeout. And let's see. I don't know that we will do a pitching change. We'll have a Peerless Equipment pitching change. And we're going to come off the bench.
It's Keller.
Zane Keller.
Zane Keller, left-handed pitcher, sophomore.
Sophomore Zane Keller will come to the mound. As Anderson, I believe, will go back to third base.
Yeah.
Gonzalez will come off the field. I think those were the only changes this time around. So this inning so far has been a walk, a base hit, an error. I don't know if it's an interference call or a ground out on that bunt, the miscue on the bunt, and then another error, a fly out to second base, a double, and a walk. So not a good inning so far for Medina Valley defensively.
Yeah, there's a lot of numbers on that board right now. It looks like they scored 5 already in the 7th inning.
We'll let Mr. Keller warm up, and we'll take a break and come back for the conclusion of this game. Panther Baseball return after these messages.
Now at North Park Chevrolet. Buy a new 2024 Silverado 1500 Crew Cab posted at $34,999. Lease for $370 a month with 0 down. Get 3.9% financing for 75 months on new 2025 Silverado Crew Cab Texas editions. And save $10,000 off MSRP on new 2025 Silverado heavy duty trucks. Plus 5.9% financing for 84 months. Together, let's drive at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a 4th-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Peerless Equipment, your South Texas irrigation experts. Peerless Equipment specializes in sales and service of irrigation equipment to the agricultural and wildlife industries. This includes hose reels, big guns, pivot systems, underground pipelines, turbine well pumps, booster pumps, motors, valves, and an inventory of much more. Stop by one of their locations in Hondo and Pearsall or give them a call at 210-434-7867. Peerless Equipment, bringing water to you.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Welcome back to the North Park Chevrolet and Dodson House Moving and Construction broadcaster Panther Baseball. We are still on the top of the 7th. Another pitching change, or Peerless Equipment pitching change. Zane Keller comes to the mound for the Panthers to try to close things out, and Juan Charles will step to the plate for the Longhorns. He's walked, gotten on an error, flied out to shortstop, and has walked so far tonight. So Zane Keller will have runners at first and second, and the first pitch will be a ball to Charles. So 1-0 count with 2 outs. Take Panthers down 11-4 here in the top of the 7th. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, fly ball towards the left side. Third baseman going out. Shortstop calls him off and catches the ball. So Pargas finishes the inning on a fly ball to shortstop. Fly out to shortstop, and that's going to finally do it. However, the Longhorns do put up 5 runs here in the top of the 7th. So we'll take a break again, and we'll come back for the bottom of the 7th. Panther Baseball return after these messages.
At Medina Electric Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Medina Electric Cooperative is a Touchstone Energy cooperative, your source for power and information.
Texas, 268,000 square miles and then some. Twice as much elbow room as California. There's just no place like Texas. You can take that to the bank. Texan Bank, poised and ready for a future that's wide open. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Panther Baseball. We've got another Peerless Equipment pitching change. Now pitching for the Laredo United Longhorns, number 13, Alonso. His last name is Badbarena. So Barbarena comes in, number 13 for the Longhorns. And the Panthers are down to the last 3 outs. Scheduled to bat so far for the bottom of the 7th for the Panthers is going to be Pargas, Hatcher, and Phillips. Panthers have got a lot of work to do, down by 7. The score 11-4 right now. As we head into the bottom of the 7th. Panthers going to desperately try to come back here with these last 3 outs and try to gain a split with these Longhorns as they dropped the first of the series on Tuesday down in Laredo.
Out to bat for your Panthers, number 2, Logan Pargas.
Up next for the Panthers is going to be United South. It'll be 2-game series next week. So Pargas will step to the plate. This wind is reeking on my paperwork. First pitch to Pargas is going to be low for ball 1. Pargas has walked, grounded out to second, and walked so far tonight. He's due for a hit here. So Pargas with the 1-0 pitch. Right down the middle, taken for strike 1. Pargas will step back in with the 1-1 count. Pitch on the way. Swung right through a curveball. For strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Barbarena with a good curveball there.
Yeah, when he's warming up, he's throwing a lot of stuff.
1-2 pitch on the way. Swung on by Pargas. It's going to scoot through the second baseman for a infield base hit.
Second baseman almost made a great play.
Almost. He made a diving attempt, moving to his left. Just got a little bit of leather on it, but not enough to keep it in front of him to try to get the out. But it'll be an infield hit for Pargas. And that'll bring to the plate Reese Hatcher. Hatcher has struck out, grounded the pitcher, and gotten on an error. So he'll step to the plate with nobody out and a runner at first. Barbarena checks on Pargas over at first. And the first pitch is going to be a curveball that drops down into the dirt for ball 1. So all the work the Panthers have got to do, that's how you get it started with the base hit with their leadoff batter of the inning. Barbarena checking his runner over at first. Pitch on the way, swung on by Hatcher. Deep fly ball to center field. Center fielder is moving back, and it's going to be off the wall.
Send him
on 1 hit, on 1 bounce, and they hold him at third.
Oh my goodness!
That's a good hold with nobody out. So Reese Hatcher with a stand-up double, so base hit and a double. Your runners in second and third with nobody out.
Wow, that was a nice hit. That wind really turned it around.
That wind made it slice to the left, so it was heading towards the center fielder.
Yeah, it was.
Pushed it away from him.
He started out running straight to the middle of the field, and he ended up about left center.
Took about 2 hops and hit the fence. It was a good deep hit by Hatcher against the wind.
Yeah.
So that'll bring the plate designated hitter Jake Phillips. Phillips has had a base hit, ground out at second, and lined out to first base. And the first pitch is going to be a little curveball that breaks down and away out of the strike zone for ball 1. So he'll step up with runners at second and third and nobody out. Barbarena from the stretch.
Oh, right down the pipe.
Phillips lets a pitch go right down the middle there, and even the count at 1-1. Runners at second and third. Barbarena pitcher from the stretch. Pitch on the way. Curveball breaks down out of the strike zone.
And, you know, going back to Hatcher's hit, that wind is coming right at us. Can you imagine with no wind, that ball might have hit the fence or out.
Into the wind. He squared that ball up. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Phillips. Pitch on the way. Ooh, just almost hit him there.
Good
inside.
Placement. Good placement. Pitcher's got some good placement.
3 balls, 1 strike. One ball away from loading the bases up with nobody out. Got to come with a strike here. Off the plate.
All right,
Ball
bases
4
loaded.
walked him, so bases loaded. First 3 batters have reached base, so now with nobody out,
It's here, Panther fans.
the catcher for the Panthers,
You know,
number 8, Johnny Guzman, will step to the plate. Guzman is due. He's walked, he's struck out, and he's flied out to right field.
Yeah, he's due for one. This would be a good time for it.
So the base is loaded with a base hit, a double, and a walk so far. And nobody out. Guzman, who's the only one that dressed appropriately today, will step to the plate.
See if we can put one in play.
Badvarena will pitch from the stretch. First pitch on the way. Swung on a ground ball to shortstop. Shortstop fields it on the run. Bobbles the ball, and that'll score a run for the Panthers. So Guzman will get on an error.
RBI.
And Pargas will score. So bases will stay loaded. Our score now is 11-5, and that'll bring to the plate.
Carter Marcourt.
Marquardt will step to the plate. Carter Marquardt will step to the plate and bat for Newton. His first at bat here. First pitch of Marquardt. It's going to be swung on right to the second baseman on the line shot. He drops it intensely, and they try for the double play.
Where's the runner on third?
I don't understand.
Runner on third didn't move.
Hold on, they're going to have to look at this because it was an intentional drop by the. It was a line shot to him. He drops it on purpose, throws over to second to try to get the double play. He gets the lead runner.
Yeah, go send it back to the bag. Yeah. But the
they're going to call it an infield fly.
Oh, that's probably right. Yeah, that's the right call.
They're going to call it.
I don't know though. It hit his glove and dropped.
Let's find out what happened here.
Batter out. Infield fly.
So.
Is that what they call?
So I think we have an infield fly rule call because bases are going to stay loaded. So Marquardt will reach. No, he's going to end up. It's going to be a fly out for Marquardt. And.
Ooh, that dust is kicking in.
Who is batting?
Looks like it's going to be.
Is that Gonzalez?
No, this is Gutierrez. Michael Gutierrez.
So Michael Gutierrez will come to the plate for the Panthers. Number 16 will enter the game. Right-handed batter will step in with bases loaded and 1 out. The 1 out being the infield fly. First pitch to Gutierrez is going to be a strike on the inside corner. So they did call it infield fly. The second baseman, that's a smart play by the second baseman.
It's super smart. If he was standing about 3 foot back, it would have worked like a charm.
It's the 0-1 pitch to Gutierrez on the way. Swung on, ground ball to shortstop.
Gotta hurry.
Second base flips to shortstop, shortstop over to first base, and it's going to be double play, and that's going to end the game. So that's how the game is going to end. Panthers go down 11-5. Sure, I'll update the scoreboard. Tough loss for the Panthers. They do get a run this inning, however, it's not going to be enough, and that's going to be the final for tonight. So 11-5, our final score. Panthers are going to drop in district play to 2-6 in district play. United will go to 4-2. So Medina Valley has a series against Laredo United next week. Not too sure if we're going to be broadcasting. I will be out of town. Will not be able to cover either game, I don't think, unless I hop an earlier flight back on Friday. Go and enjoy my little bit of time off and go watch the Masters this week. so I will be gone. We might get it covered. We'll see if some of the others can do it. But that's going to do it for Medina Valley for this game in a 2-day, 1-game series. Go down 11-5. So with that, and for Johnny Guzman, we're going to say God bless and good night, and we'll see you when Panther baseball returns.